Today is August 19th, 2025. This is Read Through the Bible.
Hi, everyone.
And we had a long drive yesterday.
That's right. Yesterday we drove home from Wyoming. It was about an 18-hour drive.
Yeah.
And
So we just made it the whole way. You drive, I drive, you drive, I drive many times. And it's enjoyable, though. I enjoy it. And
we like road trips.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
they're just fine. And we are officially empty nesters.
That's right. We left David behind in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and starting off our new life.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But
Without
we had to get
kids.
back. We had to rush back because today we start our Hallstrom teaching class, and so we are teaching junior high school Bible together, and you're teaching a couple geography classes.
Right. Yep.
And I thought it appropriate to mention how we're empty nesters because the people of Israel are really nesting in their land.
Yep. They're just starting out and getting settled.
Yep. In Joshua, in the first 12 chapters, they conquered the land. And then beginning chapter 13, they're settling the land. They have just finished apportioning all the land to all the 12 tribes. Mm-hmm. But we're going to see a little bit more nesting here. We're going to see in chapter 20 the cities of refuge coming up. Kadesh, Shechem, Hebron, Bezer, Ramoth, and Golan. And then in chapter 21, we're going to see just all the Levites taken care of because they haven't got a lot of land, but they're like priests. They're distributed among the people, and they're given 48 cities. Right. And their pasture lands surrounding the city just to support them. So here we come first for the cities of refuge, and I think it explains probably what these cities are. If not, we will explain them to you as well, what's going on here. Okay, chapter 20. Then the Lord said to Joshua, "Say to the people of Israel, appoint the cities of refuge of which I spoke to you through Moses, that the manslayer who strikes any person without intent or unknowingly may flee there. They shall be for you a refuge from the avenger of blood. He shall flee to one of these cities and shall stand at the entrance of the gate of the city and explain his case to the elders of the city, that they may take him into the city and give him a place, and he shall remain with them. And if the avenger of blood pursues him, they shall not give up the manslayer into his hand, because he struck his neighbor unknowingly and did not hate him in the past. And he shall remain in that city until he has stood before the congregation for judgment, until the death of him who is high priest at the time. Then the manslayer may return to his own town and his own home, to the town which he fled." Now, it's interesting here. This sort of gives an insight into the culture of the day. Mm-hmm. That just vengeance, like vigilante vengeance, was taken up. But this arrangement, if you accidentally kill someone, you flee here just for the sake of justice, so that vigilantism doesn't come and get you and kill you just for people are mad at you, is kind of what's happening here.
Right. So, yeah, I think it's interesting that I guess there were a lot of accidental murders,
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess in our day, like we have car accidents,
mm-hmm. Right?
That happens fairly often.
Yeah.
And I don't know how these happened, but there were enough of them that they had to set aside cities for those people.
Yep, and we don't know how often this is actually enacted, but it is an act of justice. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the 6 cities here, I always remember the name Kishberg, which is
the first letter of each of those names,
which are
KSHBRG.
Yep, Kadesh, Shechem, Hebron, Bezer, Ramoth, and Golan.
Yep.
So it's kind of a mnemonic that we've developed that kind of helps remember what these cities' names are.
Okay, so verse 7 is, we're going to say the cities. So they set apart Kadesh in Galilee, in the hill country of Naphtali, that's one, Kadesh, and Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, and Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, in the hill country of Judah. And beyond the Jordan, east of Jericho, they appointed Bezer, so this is on the east side of the Jordan, Bezer in the wilderness on the tableland from the tribe of Reuben, and Ramoth in Gilead from the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan from the tribe of Manasseh. These were the cities designated for all the people of Israel and for the strangers sojourning among them, that anyone who killed a person without intent could flee there, so that he might not die by the hand of the avenger of blood till he stood before the congregation.
Yep. 6 cities, 3 on the east of the Jordan and 3 on the west of the Jordan. Just kind of geographically spread out so you can run to your nearest city of refuge. I do think, though, that there's a subtle picture of the gospel, though. Mm-hmm. Someone's guilty and they can run to Christ for refuge. They can run to these cities for refuge. Just and like there is a safe place. Yeah. And there's a safe place in Jesus as well. Okay, here we go. The 48 cities and their pasture lands for Levi. Then the heads of the fathers' houses of the Levites came to Eleazar the priest and to Joshua the son of Nun and to the heads of the fathers' houses of the tribes of the people of Israel And they said to them at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, the Lord commanded through Moses that we be given cities to dwell in, among with their pasture lands for our livestock. So, by command of the Lord, the people of Israel gave to the Levites the following cities and pasture lands out of their inheritance.
The lot came out for the clans of the Kohathites. So the Levites, who were descendants of Aaron the priest, received by lot from the tribes of Judah, Simeon and Benjamin, 13 cities.
And the rest of the Kohathites received a lot from the clans of the tribe of Ephraim, from the tribe of Dan, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, 10 cities.
The Gershonites received by lot from the clans of the tribe of Issachar, from the tribe of Asher, from the tribe of Naphtali, from the half-tribe of Manasseh in Bashan, 13 cities.
Okay, so we see the Kohathites, the Gershonites, and now we're going to see the Merarites. These are the sons of Aaron.
Those are kind of the clans of the Levites,
Yep.
if you will.
The Merarites, according to their clans, received from the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Gad, and the tribe of Zebulun, 12 cities.
These cities and their pasture lands the people of Israel gave by lot to the Levites, as the Lord had commanded through Moses.
Out of the tribe of the people of Judah and the tribe of the people of Simeon, they gave the following cities mentioned by name, which were to the descendants of Aaron, one of the clans of the Kohathites, who belonged to the people of Levi. Since the lot fell to them first, they gave them Kiriath Arba, Arba being the father of Anak, that is Hebron, in the hill country of Judah, along with the pasture lands around it. But the fields of the city and its villages had been given to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, as his possession.
And to the descendants of Aaron the priest, they gave Hebron, the city of refuge for the manslayer, with its pasture lands, Libnah with its pasture lands, Jatir with its pasture lands, Eshtemoa with its pasture lands, Holon with its pasture lands, Debir with its pasture lands, and Ain with its pasture lands, Juttah with its pasture lands, Beth Shemesh with its pasture lands, 9 cities out of these 2 tribes. Then, out of the tribe of Benjamin, Gibeon with its pasture lands, Geba with its pasture lands, Anathoth with its pasture lands, and Almon with its pasture lands, 4 cities. The cities of the descendants of Aaron the priest were in all 13 cities with their pasture lands.
And to the rest of the Kohathites belonged to the Kohathite clan of the Levites. The cities allotted to them were out of the tribe of Ephraim. To them were given Shechem, the city of refuge for the manslayer, with its pasture lands in the hill country of Ephraim, Gezer with its pasture lands, Kibzaim with its pasture lands, Beth Horon with its pasture lands, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Dan, El-Teki with its pasture lands, Gibbethon with its pasture lands, Aijalon with its pasture lands, Gath-Rimmon with its pasture lands, 4 cities. And out of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Tanakh with its pasture lands, and Gath-Rimmon with its pasture lands, 2 cities. The cities of the clans of the rest of the Kohathites were 10 in all, with their pasture lands.
And to the Gershonites, one of the clans of the Levites, were given out of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Golan and Bashan with its pasture lands, the city of refuge for the manslayer, and Besh-Terah with its pasture lands, 2 cities. And out of the tribe of Issachar, Kishion with its pasture lands, Daberath with its pasture lands, Jarmuth with its pasture lands, and Ganim with its pasture lands, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Asher, Mishal with its pasture lands, Abdon with its pasture lands, Helkath with its pasture lands, and Rehob with its pasture lands, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Naphtali, Kadesh in Galilee with its pasture lands, the city of refuge for the manslayer, Hamath Dor with its pasture lands, and Kartan with its pasture lands, 3 cities. The cities of the several clans of the Gershonites were in all 13 cities with their pasture lands.
And to the rest of the Levites, the Merarite clans were given out of the tribe of Zebulun, Jokneam with its pasture lands, Kartah with its pasture lands, Dimnah with its pasture lands, Nahalah with its pasture lands, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Reuben, Bezer with its pasture lands, Jahaz with its pasture lands, Kedemoth with its pasture lands, and Mephath with its pasture lands, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Gad, Ramoth and Gilead with its pasture lands, the city of refuge for the manslayer, Mahanaim with its pasture lands, Heshbon with its pasture lands, Jazer with its pasture lands, 4 cities in all. As for the cities of the several Merarite clans, that is, the remainder of the clans of the Levites, those allotted to them were in all 12 cities.
The cities of the Levites in the midst of the possession of the people of Israel were, in all, 48 cities with their pasture lands. around it. So it was with all these, with its pasture lands. These cities each had its pasture lands around it. So it was with all these cities.
Thus the Lord gave to Israel all the land that he swore to give to their fathers, and they took possession of it, and they settled there. And the Lord gave them rest on every side, just as he had sworn to their fathers. Not one of all of their enemies had withstood them, for the Lord had given all their enemies into their hands. And then here comes for us a famous verse, verse 45. Not one word of all the good promises that the Lord had made to the house of Israel had failed. All came to pass. You want to tell a story?
So we remember this because once upon a time we made these tapes for our kids to listen to when they went to bed, and we did all kinds of things. We read stories and we read Bible verses, and we sometimes sang the Bible verses, and there was a season where you would just like randomly make up songs when you read verses, and so you made up one for this verse, and it stuck.
It has stuck.
So we still remember it.
All came to pass, all came to pass, all came to pass. So we're going to say goodbye, but you kind of hang on. I'm going to give you the recording of this verse. Maybe you'll remember it forever as well.
Pull it out of the archives.
All right. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Did the Lord keep his promises to Israel?
Not one word of all the good promises that the Lord had made to the house of Israel had failed. All came to pass.
It came to pass.
It came to pass.
It came to pass.
All came to pass. All came to pass. Joshua 21:45. Oh, yeah.